Hello, Leisurebabez. Welcome back to this channel. I'm so glad you're here. I'm also so excited. I'm gonna say that word for today's video. Why? Because it's a topic that, again, one of the topics that are dear to my heart. I'm forever learning and growing, and I want to talk to you about this. It's nothing that's new. It's been out there. A few years back, Mr. Gary Chapman wrote a book, The 5 Love Languages, that basically changed our lives. It changed mine and millions of other people out there who are into improving their relationships and growing and basically cultivating healthy relationships. So the 5 Love Languages, it talks about how in relationships we show up differently, and how we show up may not be how you would want your spouse or your friend to show up, because those languages across the board apply for not only romantic relationships but also platonic relationships, which is interesting and amazing. And the same love language your friend or your lover or partner may have will be the same love language they have as a friend, I suppose. So yeah, let's get into it. The 5 love languages. There's physical touch. Those are the people who, when they're suffering or in distress or want to be shown love, they like hugs, they like to be touched, and they may show that in return. That might be their love language. It may not. It gets tricky. We'll get into that a little later. We have gifts. Those are the people who you can give them the smallest thing. Go on a trip, you bring them a souvenir. Oh my goodness, they light up. They're so excited and they're so grateful for whatever it is. It doesn't have to be an expensive gift, but they love gifts. The third is quality time. These are the people who love to spend time with you and your relationship or friendship. They're the ones who feel like you've been working a little bit too long, too late, or too much, and they haven't seen you much. They haven't had girl coffee or girls hangout, girls night out, and they're like, hey girl, when are we gonna hang out? So that's how they show love, and that's how they receive it. They might receive it as well. We have words of affirmation. These are the individuals who always have a word of encouragement to give you, or vice versa. It may be how they feel uplifted. These are the people who will tell you, give you compliments upon compliments, make you feel like you're like a rock star by telling you, you look so beautiful today, or your outfit looks amazing, or you have a beautiful smile. Or when you're doubting your potential and what you can do, they're telling you, listen girl, you got this. You've been working hard all these years or all these months preparing for this moment. You're gonna crush it. And they're your like cheerleader, your most popular, devoted fan. These are the people who will give you compliments and love on you. Yeah, so I believe I covered it. Physical touch, words of affirmation. Oh no, last, acts of service. And that's where I fall into as well. So these are the people who will go out of their way and grab your coffee from Starbucks coming to work, and just drop it off, leave it on your desk, and you're like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. And that speaks volumes to you, because that's how you receive love. So that sums it up. I hope you understand. And I mentioned earlier how you receive it may not necessarily be how you actually give and return, reciprocate the love language. For example, my love language is quality time and acts of service. Yes, doing the smallest thing for me is like, it just lights me up. It makes my day. My brother did a favor for me 2 weeks ago and grabbed my meds. He, till this day, may not know the magnitude of like how that means, that what it means for me, that simple act of kindness. Just basically, it melted my heart, and it took a lot for me not to get emotional, because I really needed what he got for me. So yeah, mine is quality time and acts of service, and that's exactly how I give it. So there are those, even though their love language might be quality time and acts of service, because you can have 2, by the way. One will be primary, and there's another one that can be secondary. And also, depending on when you take, how you take the test or where you score, you may even have like a third, you know, one that's like come third, where it still speaks to you, but not as strong as the second or the first. So yeah, how you give it may not necessarily be how you want, how you receive it may not necessarily be how you give it in return. So as for me, as I was giving the example, being one who likes quality time and acts of service, I fall into the same thing. The same thing I receive, it's very simple. That's the same thing I give back. But you may have those who quality time and acts of service is their love language. However, they show up for you by giving you hugs and kisses and words of affirmation or gifts. It's interesting. So just ride with it and get to know your friends' love language. If you don't know today, I would encourage you to make it your mission. Do you know the love language for all your friends? I think I have an understanding for what my siblings' love languages are, but if you don't, I would encourage you. It's an eye-opener and it will change your relationship for the better, because when two people are speaking two different languages, guess what? The communication is not translating and they're not understanding one another properly to show up for one another. So by learning the 5 love languages, learning your love language as well, it will help you to better understand yourself and know how to have others show up for you. Because if you don't know your love language, it can be a little bit harder for those who are getting to know you to really like get to know you. So if you know that, then that's great. You can let them know. Or if you don't, maybe they might be a help to tell you, guess what? You know, I've been noticing you like physical touch. You know, you like to be touched, or you love gifts, or you light up when you're affirmed and given words of affirmation. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Thank you for sticking around. These are these are the 5 love languages. Let me know if you fall into any of them, which I believe you do. And if you have more than 2, that's awesome, because like I said, you can literally have like a third one that's like there lingering, but the 2 strong ones are definitely your primary ones that will drive the message home that you're loved, or that you love whoever it is that you want to express your love and your kindness and all the goodness that you have and that you want to bestow upon your friends. Thank you for sticking around, and this was fun as always. Until next time, let's chat in the next video, and please leave a comment in the description below. Let me know what your love languages are. And for those of you who haven't subscribe, because this will help with the algorithm and have other queens of leisures to join this leisure crew and grow and have an awesome, amazing community. Thank you, and that's all I have for you for today. Bye for now.